What's going on, you guys? Uncle Jesse here. I know a lot of you guys are stuck at home looking for stuff to do, and I'm hoping over the next few weeks I'll be cranking out some videos here, giving you some project ideas for things that you can run off and 3D print for yourself. In today's video, we are going to be taking a look at one super simple and awesome cosplay replica prop. This is the Black Mask from the Batman series and most recently the Birds of Prey movie. This file right here was created by the folks over at Villainous Props. That's right, Colonius and team back at it again. This has been a file that I've been wanting to print for quite some time now, and it's an all-in-one piece print that I printed over on the CR10. It took about 3 days for this to print at 0.2 millimeter layer height. I think I did 8% infill. And yeah, took it nice and slow is the way to go. Very minimal supports with this. What's also great is their default print size for their helmets, their scales, fit my head perfectly. I have just slightly under 24 inch around the skull here. It's probably about 23.5 inch head. And yeah, these fit really well. The detail on this mask came out, again, outstanding. Printed this on the standard CR10, and yeah, just loving how this came out. And I'm not intending on doing any sanding on this. So this was like the whole purpose of this, was that it's a replica prop, a helmet from a movie that you literally don't have to do any post-processing on. I'm gonna leave this just as is. I guess you could scuff it up, or if I really wanted to, I could try and smooth it out further, but I don't really think that's necessary. One thing that really helps this thing shine for me is that I used Graft Milk PLA. So Graft Milk is a new company that I have not heard about up until a handful of weeks or maybe a few months ago, where they reached out to me and mentioned that they have a series of matte PLA colors. That is so cool because everything that I've printed and typically have worked with is pretty glossy looking, and they have an entire series of different PLA that not only it comes packaged very differently than most other filaments do, but it's again a matte filament, which is really wild. So over the upcoming week or two, you're going to be seeing me print a lot more with this PLA in some upcoming projects where I can show off the variety of different colors that they have available. I have a few more that aren't necessarily here on the table. I ended up using their matte black PLA for the Black Mask helmet, and again, I think it was the perfect fit for this project. So one thing that this mask does need is that it is a little bit larger than I would like it to be, and that's because I need to get my head in and out of this. So what I'm gonna do is get a hot glue gun and take some extra foam, apply some padding on the inside so that it fits nice and snug. If I don't, it's gonna hang and sort of bob around here, and you're gonna want this to be nice and secured on your face so that your eyes are flushed up against the front side of the mask. All right, so great. I ended up finding this really thin piece of foam. It's probably about a 1/4 inch thick, maybe a little bit between 1/4 and a 1/2 inch thick piece of foam. And I did a quick test, and it should fit perfectly in the backside here. And it also should provide just enough extra padding that my head should be forced up, or my face should be forced up against the front of the mask. So I'm gonna try and just use a little bit of hot glue and secure this in place. And fingers crossed, this works out all right. And I gotta try and work a little bit quickly here, as this stuff tends to dry or cool off pretty quickly. There we go. All right, so now that we've got that one piece of foam inserted into the back, let's try it on and see how it fits. All right, so it's not bad, but it's still moving around a little bit too much. So it feels like it's a little bit too loose on the top. So what I'm gonna do is just apply a little bit more foam to the inside top portion of the forehead here. That should help balance it off between the back and the top so it's positioned really nicely on my face. So now I've got foam on the back side of the helmet here, and on the upper head, forehead area of the helmet. That is now a much, much more secure fit, and it's right up against my face here, which is exactly what I wanted. I want my eyes like dead center right on with this mask. There's not a whole lot of wiggle and movement to this. I could end up putting some foam padding, maybe on the insides here. If I had some other thin foam, I could put that on the inside. Obviously, you want to make sure to get all the hot glue string out of there before you put this on your head as well. Again, really super simple project that you can run off and print. This again took 3 days to print over on the CR10 at 0.2mm layer height. The folks over at Villainous Props made this file. I'll have links down below to where you can find it for yourself, and printed this in this great Graft Milk matte PLA. So if you're interested in this, again, I'll have some links to these guys and to their socials as well. You make sure to check them out as well if you're in the mood for some new filament to try out. And again, I'll be doing some more videos later in the week on some more projects with this stuff here. And before I let you guys go, let me make a quick change here.
Thanks for watching. See you next time.